Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Farmer's Wife. So Nevada has been asking me a lot lately, can we do more cooking videos? That's her favorite thing to do. I know that light behind me is annoying, but it seems like every other light bulb in my kitchen is out right now. So, sorry, gonna have to deal with it. So, Nevada has been begging to do more cooking videos, and I have a lot of clients ask, what do I eat? And I am a big preacher of what you eat causes how you feel and the inflammation and all of that stuff in your body. So, that knife had something on it. So, we are going to do a cooking video, and I am going to show you one of my favorite go-to healthy recipes. So what you will need for this recipe, red potatoes, whatever potatoes you prefer, but red potatoes, salmon. I do not have fresh salmon, but I did make sure that I got wild caught sockeye salmon fillets instead of farm raised, just a personal preference. The skin is still on it, but we will talk about that when we get to that part. You can make this recipe by wrapping it up in foil and just sticking it in your oven, but we are going to use one of these bad boys, especially if you're cooking for a family. Then you can just do it in here and make one big meal for everyone. So let me put some paper towels down because my potatoes are wet from rinsing them off. All right. My sous chef Nevada is here somewhere. I need you to get butter out of the refrigerator. Okay, so first let's cut up these potatoes. Cut them as large as you want, small as you want. Just keep in mind, the bigger they are, the longer they take to cook. And salmon really does not take that long to cook. So, before you put them in the pan, Dutch oven, whatever you're using, I guess that's more of a wok, but set them to the side because we're going to have to put butter in the pan first. So, let's go ahead and cut these up though to be quick. My other sous chef Hazel is not very happy with us. So, let's be as quick as we can. Of course, don't cut yourself. Don't rush it at home. I'm just rushing so that I can get through this part quickly. So cut up all the potatoes. I'm not going to tell you a certain amount of potatoes because it really depends on how many potatoes your family wants, how many potatoes y'all like. Up to you. And you don't have to use red potatoes like I said, but I prefer red potatoes. They have a few health benefits. They're supposed to be a little bit better for you. I don't know if that's true or not. I feel like potatoes are good for you as long as they're not a all the time thing, all day long. I think that you will be fine. And it accompanies this salmon really well. We also will add something green. Whatever you prefer. We will use asparagus. Let me get through cutting all these potatoes. I learned this recipe back when I was in college. A good friend of mine in college that I worked with decided we were going to try and cook healthy meals, and this was a meal that she had that she liked, and she showed it to me, and we just did like 2 pieces of salmon back then, cut up some potatoes, and had 2 little foil packets in the oven, and that was it. But it was absolutely delicious. So that was 10 years ago, and I'm still making this recipe. So, I'm cutting up potatoes. I know, boring stuff. This is also a good meal for the summertime. It's not super heavy. It still gives you that full satisfaction feeling, but it's not like a soup or a chili or something heavy. It's just not as heavy. That fish keeps it light, keeps it fresh tasting and summery. I do make this in the winter too, but it is a good one for the summer. And like I said, when I work on people, massage-wise, I'm asked a lot of the times, more so than not, what I do food-wise and what I eat. And like I was saying in the entrance of the video, I really believe that what you eat affects your whole body. Now, I'm not perfect. I definitely have my snacks that I enjoy. I do not drink soda pop anymore. I used to drink soda. Navannah only drinks soda if we go out to eat or if we get something fast food. I do not buy it for the house. Only buy water and whatever milk product we're buying. And so I don't do that. But I still eat my Oreos sometimes. I still make brownies. I still have my snacks. But for the most part, I try and stay somewhat on task. And when you eat stuff that's high in... Sorry about that. So, when you eat stuff that's high in sugar, it's definitely going to keep you inflamed. It's going to raise cholesterol. It's going to give you diabetes issues. It's going to give you heart problems, weight problems. I mean, all sorts of stuff. And so there's always a good balance to find to have those good things to indulge sometimes. But try and balance as much as you can with fresh, healthy fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables have some of the most healing properties in them, and it can really make a difference in how you feel every day. And if your gut health is not good, your mental health is not good. So it's always a good idea if you're just kind of feeling cruddy, which is something I've had to do with myself lately. I'm like, why do I just, what's going on? Well, you're not eating good enough. So let's get back on track. I'm going to try and post at least 1 or 2 of these videos a week to help y'all out and help me. So, got all potatoes cut up. Navannah brought me the butter. So I'm going to cut the butter up and then I'm going to have Navannah put it in the pan for me. So I like to cut it up in little slices like this, because we're going to spread it out across the pan. Okay, Navannah. So as you can see, this is my big wok / Dutch oven. It has a lid. So, So I'm gonna have Navannah put these pieces of butter around. Come on. Spread them out around the pan. No. Stop. Spread them out around like that. Come on. Perfect. So what this butter is for is just to, it does not need to be all the way up there, sweetie. It needs to be down in the pan because that's where the food's going to be. There's no reason for it to be up here. Okay? Okay, wash your hands. So the point of the butter is to give flavor, of course, but it's also to help cook the potatoes. You can use cooking oil or something else that you prefer. Good old butter works for me. So I'm gonna put these potatoes in here. Once you get your potatoes in there, decide if it's enough potatoes or if you want more. I might cut up a couple more and then I'm gonna get the have Navannah get the asparagus out. Navannah, can you grab me about 5 more potatoes? Nope, right there on the kitchen table. Let's cut this one up. It's a little too big. I like cutting them smaller so they don't take so long to cook. Okay, 5 more potatoes, please. going to rinse these off really quick, and we're going to chop these up as well. Okay, so let's chop these really quick. Get the asparagus out of, you already got me enough. I said 5. You got me 5 already. I need asparagus. So Nevada's gonna grab the asparagus while I'm getting these cut up. Asparagus. It should be in a plastic thing. Look up there on the top. And if you need the stool, get it. Alright. Almost done cutting these potatoes. Asparagus. Okay, we have our asparagus. We will cut that up momentarily. Just so you have something green in your pan. Something veggie-wise. Yes, I am cutting straight on these counters. It does not hurt these counters. Promise. Okay, that's enough potatoes. So I'm going to show you. Pretty full. Smush them down. That butter will melt. And cook them really good. So let's pull out your asparagus. Nice and plump, so you know it's yummy. Rinse your asparagus off. I rinse everything off when I'm cooking. Oh, we lost one in the sink. We lost one in the sink. Okay. So I cut the ends off of my asparagus. I guess technically you can cut off as much as you want, and you can chop it up if you want. I'm just gonna lay mine down in the pan. Actually, take them back out. Get your seasonings. I should have had my seasonings out and ready, but I don't. So let me grab them now.
Right back.
Okay. Himalayan salt. Go ahead and salt the potatoes to your liking. Garlic powder. Cajun seasoning if you like a little spice. Now put the asparagus back in. Then you're going to put the fish on top. What? The fish on top. And we'll put the lid on and we'll put it in the oven. Okay, so we've got the potatoes, the asparagus in the wok / Dutch oven, whatever. Whatever. Let me open our salmon. Now, if you have fresh salmon, I'm totally jealous. I know it tastes really good. Throw this in the trash for me. Thank you. No. No, Nevada. Thank you. Perfect. Alright, so the skin is still on. With salmon, if you want to try and get it off before you cook it, you can. Or after you cook it, it just peels right off. So I'm going to run these under hot water. Just a little bit more. Just so they're easy to mess with, work with. I got this salmon on sale. 4 packs of salmon for $10. Originally $17. Okay, so let me get her a strawberry, and then I'm going to set her down, and I'm going to show y'all this running. Don't want to waste all the water in the sea. So, let's get the salmon open. Like I said, it's up to you. If you want it to cook it with the skin on, that's fine. It'll peel right off after you're done cooking it. I always check before I cook it, because sometimes you're lucky and it'll peel right off. Sometimes you won't, but yeah, this is not gonna peel off for me very easily. So I'm gonna cook it with the skin on, and then before you eat, just take the skin off. It's no big deal. Some people just eat it with the skin and don't eat the skin. So, I mean, however you fancy, and you can buy it without the skin. I did not. I honestly didn't even think about that. I just saw that it was wild caught and not farm raised. And I said, I want that. So we got 4 pieces of salmon, which are gonna fit in here perfectly. After I get the salmon in, it's gonna go in the oven. I have not done it in this pan specifically. So I am going to start off at 30 minutes and check it. When it's in the foil, sometimes it takes almost an hour, but a lot of that depends on, got salmon juice on my face. A lot of that depends on how big you cut your potatoes, because they will cook according to what size they are. Let me rinse my hands off and let's season the salmon and put it in the oven. Okay, so I am using those same 3 seasonings. Cajun. The Cajun has salt, cayenne pepper, garlic, rosemary, and coriander. So that's why I don't have a ton of seasonings out. I just use 3 or 4 main ones that have multiple seasonings in them. For salmon, it tastes so good with very little. A little bit more garlic. I know that other one has garlic, but I do like to add a little extra garlic powder. Goes well with that salmon. If you like pepper, you can add pepper. Not a big pepper person. We get her another. Okay. Himalayan salt. Top it off. I unfortunately don't have any lemon. That's the one thing I forgot when we ordered groceries for this meal was lemon. If you have lemon, do a nice fresh squeeze on top. This is what this is what your pan should look like. Let's put it in the oven. I'm going to cook this covered so all the juices and everything can stay in there. Let me get my cover out. Okay, so let's put it in the oven. I will check back in about 15-20 minutes to show y'all how it's cooking, and then we will do a taste test once it's done. So this is about 15 minutes in. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it for another 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, let's do another check. Almost there. I'm gonna leave it for another about 15 minutes or so. Alright, see y'all in 15 minutes. Okay, so that cooked for about 45-50 minutes. So let's test potato. So a plastic fork went straight through the potato. That's how I test to see if the meal is done. So you have your salmon. And you see it comes right off of the skin. So you can just peel it off of there pretty easily. See? It's a lot easier once it's cooked. So you have your asparagus, your potatoes, and your yummy salmon. I'm gonna get it plated and we will do our taste. Okay, taste tester, tell me. The potato hot?
Yes.
How's the salmon?
Awesome.
Great. She just got out of the shower, so don't mind her hair. Hazel likes it too.